Hi friends, this is Mukesh Tyagi. I just want to share some philosophical dimensions to human existence. There's a saying called, if you're born, it takes life to undo it. And the reason I'm sharing this thought with you is my purely indigenous original thinking, which is not influenced by any gurus. Though I have read many gurus, I've read Osho, I've read Sadhguru, I've read Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, Maharishi, and I've read most of the Western philosophers in a theological sense, and I've read Christianity, I've read Sikhism, I've read Islam of 7th century, and I've read, not to a large extent, Gita, Puran, Veda, essence of that. And I personally feel that world remains 97% unexamined. It's a radical revolutionizing thought, because the world is driving its conclusion based only on 3% of information of the universe. And why I'm saying 3% of universe is that 97% of the universe remains unexamined. No periscope, telescope can penetrate into those interstellar ash, which is so thick in nature that you can't even understand iota, or in a fraction of universe. There are many Milky Waves, millions of Milky Waves, and there are many planets which we don't know. We drive our astrology based on planets, but there are many other influences. The universe is so infinite in nature that no human intelligence can even decipher that, even a fraction of it. And there is a saying, little knowledge is a dangerous thing. If you are driving your conclusion based on fractional information, I'm sure it will lead to erroneous conclusion. And many people are driven and misled by this erroneous conclusion, and they destroy their lives. There are many mystical, many mysterious sciences which are influencing us, but the human knowledge is so limited that it cannot even touch on the surface of it, and they become the champion of knowledge. This is my personal observation. I might sound cynical, but what I'm trying to say is that human is so insecure in nature, so insecure, enormously, grossly, abundantly insecure. They want variations in everything. They're not happy with one attachment. Like, if they need material things, they need so many material variations. Cars, they're not happy with one model of car. They need to move on from hybrid, Mercedes, Maruti, Tata, Fiat, Ambassador, and we have evolved into Rolls Royce and Maybach. So there was a time when people were content with the Ambassador and the Fiat, but the human nature is so erratic and flickering in nature that they want to achieve everything possible, and that is a very serious psychology. They are not happy with a couple minimal housing. They want villas, and they need quilts of different kinds, beds of different kinds, crockery of different kinds, cutlery of different kinds, curtains of different kinds, houses with a more complex architecture. That's what's going. I mean, they're not happy at the end of the day, and they need more and more. There's a saying, "Dil mange more." So they're born with unsated desire, and they exit this life with unsated desire. Is it some kind of erroneous pursuance or erroneous chase, which is basically they're not nurturing their soul, they're not nurturing their internal. They are so much driven by this conformism of the society that they're absolutely misled. And Ghalib said one thing, "Bazi chahe atfal duniya mere aage, hota hai shabo roz tamasha mere aage." It's like a children's game. And I just want to share that, simplify your life. There is a saying that it is very easy to be difficult, but very difficult to be simple. The more simplified life you lead. Who is rich and who is poor? The rich person is that whose needs are lesser than his resources. He's a rich person. Who is a poor guy? Whose needs are greater than his resources. He's a poor man. Doesn't matter, he's a billionaire. So I've seen many poor and rich people. So idea is to strike equilibrium, balance, try to कहते हैं यूं ना जा मेरे छोटे कद पर वो तो हम चादर को देख के सिमट गए. So idea is to shed off all these materialistic superficiality. And there is a saying, साईं इतना दीजिए जामे कुटुब समाए मैं भी भूखा न रहूं साधु भी भूखा न जाए. So I think there is something very, very serious, and I think it's a consumerism. The impact of consumerism, the social media, the Instagram, Facebook, which is leading to a rat race of the fashion world. You can't be seen twice in the same attire. So, it's a snowball effect, and then the cosmetic industry is flourishing on that. So I think there's a whole lot of conspiracy going on. But I think there is a need for a counter thought. We need to, there are different kind of invasions. I mean, there are military invasions, but there are non-military invasions. The social media is a non-military invasion, and we need to cut it and contain it. And otherwise, it's like a bottomless pit. You will keep on falling. You won't know where to. If somebody can guarantee, yes, if you do this, you will have the most satisfying life, there's no one. So satisfaction has to be drawn on a very, very profound basis, and that is only possible if you are living with the idea of self-awareness. And most of the people are not aware. They are like following the herd, and it's a herd mentality. There's devoid of rationality. Like, for example, rituals. You are so subservient to rituals that you want to burn your own house, you burn your own bridges to meet those parameters of rituals. For example, wedding. You spend so much of time and money and resources, which is equivalent to many people's livelihood. So I think there's a need to re-rationalize, realign, rethink, recast, revamp the entire society. So, friend, this is my very cynical thought. Please don't have to take it in a different way. It's a very impulsive thinking which came across right now, and I'm sharing. Thank you. Bye-bye.